All of us enjoy going to the zoo or to aquariums to look at all the cool and exotic animals such as lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my! However, we don't actually know what occurs behind closed doors. These animals are being taken from their homes and put into cages. They look so cool on the inside, but we don't see what happens when we leave. I've been guilty of this too by wanting to see all the cool animals and not actually considering what happens to them. Today I'm urging you to consider how animals feel locked in a cage their whole life by explaining how captivity leads to physical and mental problems, reduced lifespans, loss of natural behaviors, what we can do to help, and by knowing the benefits of ending captivity, you'll join the movement too. Animals who are held in captivity experience many problems, but sometimes are there for emergency reasons. According to Dr. Dave Hone, zoos protect animals that are going extinct where they can be relatively safe and bred to preserve the population. Also, a good number of species exist in captivity, and more exist in the wild because they have been reintroduced from zoos, or the wild species of animals have been boosted by captive bred animals. However, this isn't always the case. These animals experience problems that affect them physically and mentally. Most animals die when released back into the wild. According to author Derek Lertaud, most large carnivores that were born in captivity die when released back into the wild because they hadn't developed behaviors they would have had on their own, fending for themselves. According to writer Samantha Masunaga, orcas couldn't be released back into the wild because they've lived the majority of their lives in captivity, and if released, they would die quicker than those who were born in the wild. A physical problem causing dolphins and orcas is dorsal fin collapse. Since the fins for whales are so small, unlike the ocean, dorsal fin collapse is common. According to the Humane Society, dorsal fin collapse occurs when gravity pulls their top fins over without the support of water. Dorsal fin collapse is experienced by all captive female and male orcas, but only observed in 1% of orcas in the wild. And this is a picture of dorsal fin collapse in captive whales. A mental problem is loss of natural behaviors. Due to boredom and lack of enrichment, animals tend to show signs of frustration and mental instability, oversleep, and overeat. According to the Leviathan Project, zoochosis refers to the psychological problems that affect animals in captivity and are usually repetitive behaviors such as pacing, air and bar biting, over-grooming, and self-mutilation. Lastly, due to captivity, animals have a shorter lifespan. Wild elephants can live into their 50s, while captive elephants only make it to their 20s. This is due to elephants suffering from obesity caused by lack of space, and arthritis and foot infections due to standing on hard surfaces all day. Also, 75% of primates in captivity die after the first 20 months due to depression and psychological problems. Thankfully, there's multiple ways to help in captivity. One way is participating in the Whale Adoption Project. The WDC, or Whale and Dolphin Conservation, allows you to pick an orca or humpback whale to adopt. You can learn about their migration patterns, size, diet, and much more. This prevents them from becoming captive later on. According to the WDC, it costs $50 and you get a certificate of adoption, a family tree, and monthly emails about the whereabouts of your whale. Another way is to spread the word to friends and family not to go to zoos or to aquariums. According to the Orca Project, by telling those to stop visiting popular parks, the parks will lose money and support while they will be forced to stop taking in captive animals. Lastly, you can take a pledge. You can go to the Orca Project's website and click Take the Pledge. All you have to do is type in your name and your email address and click Submit. The pledge is, I pledge not to buy a ticket to marine parks with captive dolphins and whales and share this information with friends, family, and colleagues. We can also visualize the benefits of ending captivity by listing wild animals versus captive animals. One benefit of wild animals over captive is they have better socialization. According to Last Chance for Animals, or LCA, wild animals have constant companionship, and in captivity, most are alone or in groups where they are deprived of family, and when they are moved, they are deprived of those bonds. Another benefit is the wild experiences more exercise. Wild elephants walk up to 40 miles a day and tigers up to 39 miles. This is crucial since they're so big and their weight puts pressure on their bones. Captive tigers are living in backyard cages, and elephants are contracting arthritis and joint infections from lack of exercise. Knowing this allows us to see that these animals are better off in the wild, not in captivity, where they're deprived of necessities that they need to survive. In closing, I encourage you to participate in ending animal captivity. Agree to the Orca Project's pledge not to support zoos and aquariums. Spend that $50 to adopt a whale and save them from being captured, and spread the word to others not to attend zoos or aquariums. Doing this will help the animals' lifespans become longer and help them mentally and physically. Let's expose what's behind closed doors for the animals' sake.